Hi, my name's Yvette Cuthbert. I'm a school trustee in Portage La Prairie. I'd just like to share some information with you about education funding and spending. This article was written by the Manitoba Association of School Boards. Some people have questions, such as the provincial government gives school boards most of the money they need to run the schools and increases that funding each year. Why do my property taxes keep increasing? In total, the provincial government provides 64% of the operating funds needed to run public schools. The amount of provincial funding varies from one school division to another. Some divisions receive less than 50% of their operating revenues from the provincial government. A 3% increase in provincial operating grants does not equal a 3% increase in operating revenues, unless there is a corresponding increase in the special levy. As well, increases in provincial funding often come in the form of categorical grants targeted at specific programs or circumstances. This money cannot be used to offset a general cost of living increases that schools are facing. Manitoba's school-aged population is shrinking, so why are education costs increasing? Actually, student numbers in Manitoba are growing. While there may have been more school-age kids during the peak baby boom years than there are now, provincial student enrollment has been increasing annually since 2010, and the rate of growth has accelerated in recent years. Some areas of the province are facing declining enrollment, however, and the impact of the decline is often higher rather than lower per pupil costs. For example, when a school division student population declines by 30, that decline is spread across schools and grades. It doesn't translate immediately into a reduction in the number of classrooms and teachers. A legislated moratorium on school closings can add to this problem, as the ability of school boards to consolidate schools and programs to achieve cost savings and efficiencies has been severely restricted. A sparser student population also adds directly to costs such as transportation, as fewer students are transported on longer bus routes. Beyond numbers, the makeup of our school student population is also changing. The number of students with special needs as a percentage of the population is increasing. These students may require medical, behavioral, or emotional supports, one-on-one learning assistance, or structural modifications. Schools are also seeing a huge influx of newcomer students. Some of these students require English or French as an additional language supports, while others require intense remediation to help them fill gaps created by interruptions in their education. School boards have a moral and legal obligation to ensure all students succeed. Fulfilling that obligation comes with a cost, and provincial funding pays that cost only in part. Another question, why do school divisions spend so much money on administration? Shouldn't they be spending it in the classroom? Public schools are no different from any other business in that there are necessary administrative functions. Employees have to be paid, resources have to be allocated, and programs have to be supported. What is different in our public schools is that those administrative costs are capped by law to a maximum of 5%. Our public school system spends significantly less on administration as a percentage of overall operating costs than do municipal governments, where that number frequently tops 10%.